What's up, everybody? Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Q. Hector, what's up? Hey, Christian.
I said I was sorry.
Hey, young Frankenstein.
Yeah. Yo,
Yo,
how you doing?
what's good? Chilling.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Who the fuck is Young Frankenstein? Who is this? I be seeing like all these strangers coming in here that I never seen before.
Frankenstein came a couple times before.
Did he? I never seen him.
Couple of reviews he came.
What up, Ronnie? What's good? Sam was good, yo. Hector, Christian, what up? Q was good.
So what you been up to?
Chilling, man. Chilling. How was the did you get the green screen fix and all that?
Oh yeah, I always say my performances.
That's good. I know you was worried about that.
Yes, I got that shit fixed. It's like minus the beef episode, all the shit I had to get done this week, I got done. So,
Right.
cause that shit kind of pissed me off.
Heavy D and the Boys before Trouble T Boy's death or after?
I can't even pick that because they made equally best good music. So
Right. Yeah, they only did like I want to say they did like 2 albums after. Well, I
yeah,
mean, Peaceful Journey they were doing. I think Wally died though. Wally passed away, right?
yeah.
All right, so technically it's like 3 albums they did after he passed away. I don't know. I love all their stuff, so I don't know. I don't think they were better without him. I think they definitely he should still be here, but
Philly Soul or Memphis Soul. I'm gonna go with Philly Soul.
Philly. Yep.
America's crazy right now, yo.
Crazy. Like what's the point of voting when we still getting gunned down? What is the point of telling people to vote, go vote, we need your vote, and then the government still don't respect this. These cops out here don't respect the color of our skin and shit. I'm not voting no more. I've already made up my mind. I refuse to vote anymore until black people are respected in this country. Because it makes no sense to me that when every 4 years when it's election time, they want everybody to go out and vote. Let's rock the vote. Vote for a new president.
Rock the vote.
Couldn't wait to get Trump out of there. We got Biden on our watch, and it's the same bullshit going on in this country. You know what I'm saying? But our the color of my skin is apparently it's inferior to other races. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the whole point of going to vote when they don't respect us? You know what I'm saying? This country is going to have a race war in their hands because this shit is still going on. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I thought when Biden and Kamala Harris came into office, it would stop, and it's the same shit going on. And if something doesn't happen to wake the government up, all of us are gonna die because by the hands of these trigger happy cops. So maybe it needs to be a race war in this country for people to wake up and be like, yo, like we gotta really look at what these cops are doing because they're getting away with murder, literally, and not going to jail or paying the price for their actions. The dude that shot the boy, like he resigned. He didn't get no charges on him or nothing. He just resigned. You know what I'm saying? Like when is enough going to be enough? So killing George Floyd and killing Breonna Taylor wasn't enough.
I guess not.
You know what I'm saying? Like dude last year get shot in the back and he's paralyzed in front of his kids. Like I don't understand that.
And Derek Chauvin refused to testify.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? And they make it sound like, oh well, like people look down on you if you don't vote. Why am I voting for what? So the same shit could keep happening. What was the whole point? We might as well have kept Trump in office. The same shit was happening on his watch. Same shit was happening on Obama's watch. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand. Like I'm just tired of it. Like this is every year is the same shit, and I'm tired of it. And I'm not voting. So I don't give a fuck who is in office in the next 4 years. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I need to see as born in this country as an American citizen, I need to see change. I'm not seeing that. It makes no sense to keep rallying and saying black, hashtagging Black Lives Matter, and we all getting gunned the fuck down every fucking year. The same shit that keep happening. How many damn hashtags can we keep doing? How many marches can you keep being a part of before there's change? I don't see no change at all. It's a couple rallies for a couple months, and then it's like people when those rallies are happening, people become socially aware, and then it goes back to the same shit. I could kill us. I refuse. I need to see change. I need to see change in this country. I'm not seeing it. And I don't think voting for a new president or congressman is going to see change because we're not seeing it. We're not seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And I speak from experience. I've been stopped by the cops on more than one occasion. I've been stopped by the cops in front of my house just for being black. Undercover cops. You know what I'm saying? Like when is this bullshit gonna end? It's the same thing over and over, and I can't be the only one tired of this shit. You know, NWA again, timeless song. Fuck the police. That will always be a timeless song because that's exactly how people feel. We've been feeling like that for decades, and it's the same thing over and over. When is these cops gonna be held accountable for what they've done?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It cannot be. It's like they get off scot free for what they did, and then on to the next one, and people are cool with that.
You're like blame the system, my friend.
People are cool with that. I don't care if you got cops in your family. People can't be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? People can't be cool with that because you wouldn't be cool with that if that was your own flesh and blood getting gunned down by cops. It's easy for people to say, "Oh, well, there's good cops and this and that." I don't see them. I never seen good cops. We don't see that in the hood. You know what I'm saying? When you go to a department store and you got the security guards at the door, who are they looking at first? They're not looking at Jonathan from the suburbs. They're looking at my black ass. They follow me around in Bloomingdale's and Macy's to make sure I don't steal anything. You know what I'm saying? That stigmata has to stop. All that bullshit has to stop. Because if it doesn't stop, this country is going to end in a race war. During the pandemic, it's gonna happen. Because people are tired. If those cops don't go to jail for George Floyd's murder, you're gonna see it happen.
I was just telling my mom that. I'm like, the jury better have some sense.
You're gonna see it happen. And I would not be surprised if they let them go. Because it's happened before.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? A change has to come, and maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe there needs to be a race war in this country for people to wake up. And if it means, buildings getting burnt down and, people getting slaughtered, then so be it. You know? Because it can't just be, oh, well, that's another one. Let's add that to the list, and then people go about their business and shit. It's really sad. We have other things to worry about. We got a pandemic that's killing thousands of people, and we still got to worry about this bullshit in the pandemic. You know, and then I don't even believe is just an American problem. I think that's other countries go through that shit as well.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? No matter where you go, if I leave America now and go to Nigeria and shit, who's to say that I'm not gonna get stopped by Nigerian cops just for being black? Okay, it's a race thing. It's not a country thing.
Yeah, I'm ready to start whenever you are, bro.
Yeah.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Thursday night? TGIT. Thank God it's Thursday, one day before the weekend. It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Trout with me.
What up?
And the album I'm about to do tonight is Dr. Dre with his third and his most recent album, Compton. This was released in 2015 on Aftermath under Interscope. It only came out with one single, and that was Talking to My Diary. And
My favorite song.
Right. And producers include Dr. Dre, Focus, Dante Winslow, DJ Doll, Free School, Dem Joints, Bink, DJ Khalil, Best Kept Secret, Drugs, Beats, Trevor Lawrence Jr., Cole 187, Kurt Kamer's nephew, Cardiac, DJ Premier, DJ Silk, and Mr. Chalk.
That's a whole lot of cooks in that kitchen.
Right. Guest appearance: King Mez, Justice, who those guys pretty much wrote the majority of Dre's verses on this album.
Yeah, I have
Excuse
an
me.
issue with his raps also.
Yeah, same. Excuse me. Kendrick Lamar, Marsha Ambrosius, Candace Pillay, Justice, BJ the Chicago Kid, Anderson Paak, Exhibit, Cole 187, Sly Piper, Ice Cube, Them Joints, John Connor, Snoop Dogg, The Game, Asia Bryant, Jill Scott, Eminem, and that's it.
That's
All
a
right,
lot.
so oh boy, so this is 16 years after 2001, and wow, that's the gap. So after the release of 2001, Aftermath Records was pretty much popular at that time, with Eminem blowing up and shit like that too. He definitely started focusing more on production and shit. He I know he produced with Mary J. Blige's Family Affair,
Yes, love that.
Eve's, Let Me Blow Your Mind, and so on and so on. Around the 2001, 2002, he announced that he was working on, Detox and stuff. And everyone knows the story about Detox, so I'm not even gonna waste too much time on it until it's like really needed. And
I
also
don't know
around
what
that
that
time
is.
too, 50 Cent signed to Aftermath Records, and the rest they say is hip hop history. Get Rich or Die Trying, that came out in '03.
Dre was busy.
Yeah, he was busy.
He was busy, overlooking Eminem's success and 50 Cent success, Kendrick, Anderson Pack. He was busy, as a label executive and working on Detox for years. Doing being a player in his his marriage and shit.
Wow.
A lot of shit was going on with Dre, and we still ain't got Detox yet.
Right. Fast forward to 2004, November to be exact. Dr. Dre was actually attacked by a fan when he was being honored by the Vibe Awards, and this caused like a huge fight. And Young Buck actually stabbed a nigga and shit like that too.
What? When was that?
2004.
I don't remember that. A fan attacked him, and Young Buck stabbed the fan.
Yeah,
I don't even remember that.
yeah, man. And
Wow.
like around that time too, he was just focusing on producing and whatnot. And he did say that it was supposed to have came out in 2007, but what ended up happening was Snoop said that it was finished, but it just kept getting delayed and delayed.
Right.
Hmm.
And he was doing a movie to go with the album.
Yeah, he was.
Did he ever finish the movie or no?
I don't even know. He asked me, wrong dude. Then fast forward to 2010.
Mm.
There was actually a little bit of hope because a few songs came out. Like there was this one song he did with Jay-Z called Under Pressure.
I heard that.
Yeah.
That was actually when he started Beats. One of the commercials that they had was him in like a lab, and he had like a mask on, and like the mask like came up by itself, and the song they were playing in that Beats commercial when they put Beats on the laptops was the Under Pressure song with Jay-Z, and I didn't realize that until I heard the song later on, and I heard the beat. I'm like, oh, this is the same beat from the commercial. So that one I heard. And he did. There's another joint that he did with Ti.
You said T. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. I forgot the song.
yeah. I forgot the name of the song, but I heard that song too. It's like a joint he did with Ti that was supposed to be on Detox.
Yeah, man. And it's funny how you mentioned beats. I forgot to mention like he did the whole beats like 2010, 2011,
Yeah,
and stuff like that too.
he was busy.
Yeah, and so I mentioned how 2010 he dropped like a couple new songs like "I Need a Doctor" with Eminem and Skylar Grey,
Mhm.
and he dropped "Kush" with Snoop and Akon, which both pretty good songs. You know, both pretty good songs. But
I
then
remember seeing the videos for that.
yeah, but then we still didn't get Detox because in 2011 that was when he was working with Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
And, Kendrick came out with a Good Kid, Mad City, and
Classic.
classic album.
Yes.
I would say that's a classic, man.
I still always wondered why we never had Dre working with Kendrick more, because he only, as far as I know, the only song he's done with them is the Recipe, and that's, what I'm saying, and I love that song, but I never heard Dre on any of his other projects, and even with Anderson .Paak, like he didn't work with Anderson .Paak until besides the Compton album, as far as Anderson .Paak's album, he ain't worked with Anderson .Paak since the first one was I think Oxnard. He produced some joints on there. That's the only Anderson .Paak album he's been on.
True. Shit. Dre, he's always busy.
Right.
He's not like Puffy. He doesn't want to appear on all his works, which I respect.
Hmm.
Excuse me. And so it ended up rumors that people thought that he just lost interest in the album, stuff like that. And so then Straight Outta Compton, the movie came out. And that movie was very big at that time. And so this is where the confusion came, because there was actually a soundtrack
Right.
to Straight Outta Compton and stuff like that too. But then what ended up happening was there was a song called "Talking to My Diary" that if you guys watched the movie, that scene where I think when Dre got kicked out of his mom's or some shit like that, that was when they played that song, and low key he pretty much announced that he was working on a new album called Compton.
Right.
That it was only exclusively, I remember it was only exclusively released, on Apple Music and
Classic.
stuff like that.
Classic.
Classic what?
Classic movie, man. I love this the biopic.
Oh yeah, man.
Definitely.
We definitely got to talk about the biopic one day, man.
I like the movie more than the album. More than the Compton album. I mean,
Yeah, man.
what up,
To
Truth?
me, I felt like that movie, it not only was a good hip hop biopic, but it was definitely well represented at that time too,
Yes.
especially with all the police brutality and stuff like that. It was just one of those, and then the AIDS talk too.
Right. And the guy that played Eazy-E was Jason Mitchell. That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
He was good. Like he definitely was good. And the guy that played Dre, he was good as well. And I thought it was like Ice Cube's son looked just like Ice Cube. One of the best biopics I've ever seen.
My only gripe about it, I wouldn't say they didn't focus too much on MC Ren.
Right. Did you want it to though?
Yeah, because low key, whether people will love it or not, Ren definitely laid the groundwork, with him writing and stuff like that,
Right.
and him sticking with Easy on Ruth the Wreck. I kind of want to hear his perspective on what's going on and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's why ABMC Ren got mad about that. I remember he did an interview. He said that they barely showed him on the trailer, so they had to do like another trailer where they actually showed him on a trailer too. So
I've always felt like Ren was the underrated one in the group. Like it was mostly about Easy, Dre, and Cube.
to be
And
honest,
Ren was like in the back.
I felt like Ren and DOC, because I don't care
Right.
what no one says. I consider DOC a member of NWA, especially during the Niggas for Life era and shit.
Right.
So,
Right.
because Cube, I love his writing, but Ren, DOC, and I would even say Code 187, even when he wrote for Easy during his EPs and shit like that. There were some good writers too. That
And didn't they cover the DLC crash in the movie? If I'm not mistaken,
they did.
they covered DLC's life. What about MC Ren?
And that's what I'm saying.
Yella went on to direct pornos and shit.
Like, yeah, man. But like I said, we going to talk about that movie because, I got the DVD of this shit too, man.
Yes.
What's that?
Support black films.
Yeah, let me tell you something. 2015, On some
Mhm.
real shit, it was
Yeah.
all about these movies to me. 2015.
Yes. Yes. I agree.
Dope.
Dope was good. I saw Dope on Netflix. That was a good film.
Yes. Like I was 2015. That was like one of my favorite years, man.
Yeah.
Like To Pimp a Butterfly. I was entering
Yes.
college.
Hmm.
Um, you know, lost my virginity. That's not.
Good.
Yeah, man. But we going that's what I'm saying, though. And it's crazy because I mean, I haven't seen Sherlock Holmes since like 2016 because I was watching that movie a lot.
A
Even
lot.
after
Yeah. Same.
I saw it in theater, I was watching on Putlock because it was just that fucking good.
Yeah.
Hmm. But anyway, let's get
Hmm.
off topic. But yeah, so this album pretty much came literally out of nowhere
Right.
because there was like a lot of confusion. People thought that this album was literally the soundtrack, but you know, just like Jay-Z's American Gangster that dropped in 2007, he was inspired
Hmm.
by it, if that makes sense and shit. So yeah, man, this was a nice
Sam.
album.
Sam is saying, do you have the extended version of Straight Outta Compton? The extended
Um,
version?
oh, you mean the uncut version? Like,
No.
let me check.
Mine has bonus features, but it doesn't say anything about the extended version or anything.
No,
No. It's just the regular version that came out.
but I am going to get the extended version one day.
Is there an extended version for it?
Yeah,
Okay.
they show clips of when Dre was in jail and
Right.
stuff like that. Because if y'all remember the trailer, they had this nigga Dre in jail, but then if the movie version, they didn't show that shit, which
Right.
I don't understand why y'all would show shit on the trailer but not on the theatrical version. But that's
Is
another.
that when he was speeding from the cops in the
Yeah,
Lambo or whatever he had?
yeah.
Yeah.
One's like they're always fucking with me.
Right. I remember when that happened too. When that shit was on the news that he was speeding in from the cops and all that, and he did like a couple days in jail and shit.
That was crazy. They say he did like 8 months in jail. That was
8 months.
crazy.
Yeah.
So pretty much like the whole of late '94, early '95. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, this is. I love the album cover.
Yeah. I
Definitely
like that
reminds me
one.
of some GTA 5
Hmm.
kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I want to say GTA 5 came out 2014, 15. I want to say like 2015, man. Shit, that was like a good year. Fuck.
Right. Year in review.
You said what?
I said we might have to do that, a year in review, 2015 or something.
True, true. Yeah, because 2015, 20. I don't even say 2016 too.
Hmm.
Those are some good ass years and shit.
Eric, what's good, yo? Salute.
Hey, Eric. Yo, Eric, did you get my message, by the way?
Cruz was good. Yes. He gave me the tracking number. It's coming tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay, bet.
Thank you once again, Eric. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, thank you again, Eric, for the CD and shit. Yeah, I might need to order some CDs next week.
Zion, what's good?
Oh, what's up, Zion? What's up? All right, so yeah, this is a long ass album too. 16 tracks. I can already tell you one of my issues with this album was some of the songs was unnecessarily long, but we'll talk about that.
The album felt unnecessary to me, but that's all the story.
Oh, okay, so the intro is called Compton. I got where he was going with it. It's like a dramatic movie intro. I'm like, did we really need this dramatic intro? I mean, I get it.
Hmm.
I get it and stuff like that, but at the same time, I just felt like I expected this more from Puffy. Like this gives me like no way out forever kind of tease, but at the same time, it still fits in a weird way. And it's like a lot of ideas on this album are weird, but it works in some cases. So yeah.
The intro, I don't have a problem with the intro. I thought the intro was cool and have it was started off like really jazzy, and then you got like it sounded like a clip being played from like the news about the whole history of Compton and the gang banging, the juvenile gang activity and the muggings and the poverty. So I thought the intro was cool, like to set the tone for this album. I thought the intro was good.
Respect. Then we're gonna get into what's the next track? Talk About It, featuring King Mez and Justice. Um, This song was alright. It wasn't really anything really special to me. Like I said, they kind of ruled the majority of the Dre's verse, and you can kind of tell
Mm.
and stuff like that. It's not really that memorable. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not really that memorable.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
We have to be truthful with these artists, yo. I didn't
yeah,
like it. I did not like the song. There's some songs I like. There's some songs I don't like.
yeah. Like I said, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. No, I don't like it. I didn't like nothing about it.
Now we're gonna get into genocide, which this is a much better song. I would have definitely started off the album and stuff like that. This features Candice Pillay, Marsha Ambrosia, and Kendrick Lamar. It's pretty much talking about how brutal Compton can be. Just describing Compton and shit like that.
Mm.
This should have started off the album, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I definitely would have definitely started off because Dre definitely sounded in the tone, and Kendrick Lamar. And I'm not gonna say the way Kendrick Lamar showed out on this fucking album, which just has equivalent to when Eminem showed out on 2001 and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Because a lot of the verses Kendrick did, like he kind of saved some of the songs, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. I like the verse where he says, "Curls dripping, silver bullet, palladium in my strap. I lie on the side of the one-way street. Blow, 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 blow. Nowhere to go. Death, all I can see." Like, yeah, that's that vintage Kendrick right there, in my opinion.
Did Kendrick write Dre's verse?
Um,
Because it like I noticed that like on a lot of these songs, the way that Dre's rhyming, he's like his cadence sounds like Kendrick compared to like when you listen to 2001. There was some songs he sounded like Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
this song, like I didn't like the way that he was rhyming on this song, but I like the song. But like his rhyme style reminded me of Kendrick.
yeah. I'm not surprised because and that's the thing about with Dre and stuff like that too. Because when it comes to certain people,
Mm,
you can really tell just judging by his flow, like who wrote for him too and stuff like that. Because with Still Dre, Jay-Z wrote that track. You can really tell because Jay-Z had that braggadocio, cockyish kind of flow
right,
too. And Dre was kind of rapping like really fast on this track too. Just
right.
like choppy Kendrick kind of flow too. So I wouldn't be surprised.
I like it, dog. I like the beat, the hi hats on it. Dre saying, "I'm very aware hip hop needed something to carry it, so I married that bitch and swung down in that chariot." Ironic, he said marriage.
BJ,
Huh?
BJ's here.
BJ, what's good? Danny, what's up? Um, yeah, but some of his songs, I think his flow don't sound right over some of the tracks, and it reminded me of Ken. I'm like, this is like listening to Kendrick from the Damn album or from Pimple Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the way that he was like saying the lyrics, I don't think like his cadence that he used for like some of these songs match with the beat. But I like this song. This song should have started off the album after the intro.
Yes. Next track is All on Me, featuring Justice and BJ the Chicago Kid. This was produced by Dre and Bink. I actually like this song too.
Hmm.
BJ Chicago Kid, I fuck with his sound.
Right,
Definitely an affiliate of the Top Dog Entertainment. This song pretty much talk. It's like Dre going down memory lane
right,
and stuff like that. Talking about when he first met Snoop and Suge. Just him being NWA and whatnot and stuff like that. In my opinion, I kind of compare this song a little bit to Ice Cube's Growing Up from the Laugh Now Cry Later album. But I kind of prefer this song over that one, to be real with
mm,
you. So yeah, this one's a pretty dope track. I love the beat, very smooth beat and shit.
yeah, yeah. It's real smooth. It's real had like a real soulful vibe to it. You know, the pianos, the bass line. Dre saying it was nothing to me, no eat, no sleep, wasn't nothing to me, can't always be what you want it to be, and I'm the one that they looking up to. Fuck they expecting from me. So I thought it was definitely a solid track, and like he did a lot of that too. Like a lot of the songs where he was like in his lyrics, he was real retrospective about his career and starting with NWA, and going with Death Row and then leaving Death Row to start Aftermath and stuff. So there was like a pattern here. Like he was real retrospective with his lyrics.
Right. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go to the next track because I'm about to go get some water. My throat's very dry.
Okay, we got All in a Day's Work. I think this is Hector's favorite. You mentioned that last night. You got Jimmy Iovine, the head of Interscope Records, talking about fear and um wanting to do better than the next guy, but like fear still he's still afraid of fear, but it still drives him to the point of like he keeps going on, even though like the thought of fear scares him. And I thought that little intro by Jimmy Iovine was dope, and it had a dope beat. The bass line was good. Anderson .Paak is on here as well, and I love Anderson .Paak. Great artist. Dre saying, and some of these housewives is desperate. These bitches thinking fame first. I can't knock the hustle. Shit is just something about that Hollywood curse. And I definitely could agree with him on that. In regarding the Hollywood wives being on reality TV, and
God,
that whole shit show of all basketball wives and loving loving hip hop Hollywood and all those other shows.
that
Can't
coonery. Oh
it was interesting for a couple seasons, but now it's like Ratchet TV. I just they need to cancel all of those shows.
for real, that's what's fucking up this fucking generation, yo.
Yeah, for real.
All right, where we at?
Sean was good.
All in a day's work. Yeah, this was another dope track and whatnot. Anderson .Paak. Yeah, that nigga, man, he was just getting started when this album came out.
Yeah,
Um, very, very dope track. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I fuck with this.
yeah. And like I said, I think like before. I want to say before this album came out, he did the interview with Vlad. That was like the first time I seen him on there, and he was
Oh,
like, yeah, he was someone like working with Dre for this album. I don't think Malibu came out yet. I'm trying to remember when Malibu came out. But yeah, like I love all his albums. I think he's one of the best artists out right now.
I agree.
I'm looking forward to that Soul Sonic album with him and Bruno Mars.
For you definitely need some good music right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Tired of all these fake R&B cats.
It's too many.
Okay. All right. So next we're gonna get Dark Side / Gone, featuring Marsha Ambrosius, Mez, and Kendrick Lamar. Um, to be honest with you, I really did not care for this track besides Kendrick's verse.
Right.
It was all over, like it was all over the place, man. Like one of those weird ideas. What's up, Sean? That worked in a weird way, but yeah, I didn't care for this.
I don't like the first half of it. I like the Dark Side half. I don't care for the Gone half. I like that part. I thought that was should have been like a standalone track. And when Dre is saying I took this industry by storm, young and black, killing them softly. Don't ever call me fortunate. You don't know what it cost me. So anybody complaining about their circumstances lost me, homie. We ain't even talking. Fuck that energy. Fuck up off me. I like that part of the second half. I don't like when they and I've seen this a lot in the past couple years where a lot of artists are like making two tracks on one, like
Yeah,
two songs on one track. Man, it's
yeah,
like the first half might be good and then the second half was bad, or the first half was whack and the second half was good.
yeah.
And that's what Dre did here. And I think the Dark Side could have been scrapped off. The Gone should have been longer. I like that part of the track. You know.
I definitely hear what you're saying though.
Yeah.
Um, where we at? We are at Loose Cannons featuring Exhibit, Code 187, and Sly Piper. In my opinion, probably my favorite track off this album.
Hmm.
I never thought I would hear Code 187 drain a song again, in my opinion. But yeah, they all did that thing. This is that vintage West Coast ordeal and stuff like that. I love Exhibit's verse and stuff because Anderson Paak and Ice Cube also did some ad libs there too. I love the line where he said, "Pissing off the neighbors, scrapping, bumping in the driveway. Cube gave me a pistol, told me to kill that Will and blow. Oh no, like I love that shit." Cole 187, he definitely did the same. Like everyone did their thing on this shit. So yeah, man, very dope track.
I didn't like it.
Oh
Don't
wow.
like the beat. Don't like. I don't mind a posse cut. I don't like the beat for it though. It wasn't moving me.
Respect. Respect indeed. Um, Next track we got Issues. Issues is Ice Cube, Anderson Paak, and Them Joints. Um, this song again was pretty decent and stuff like that. Ice Cube, he had like a weird. His flow was kind of weird on this track.
Yeah,
Like I didn't even recognize that was Ice Cube at first. I was like, oh shit. Like I don't know if he was just trying too hard or what, but it was decent.
I have an issue with this song. I don't like it. Don't like this.
That's
No,
the song.
no, no. I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
And some of these songs again, like some of these songs, it didn't feel like it belonged on a Dre album. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like it was another artist could have pulled it off. I just saw a lot of these songs I did not like. I just felt like you know Dre wasn't in his bag on this album. Then there's some songs that I felt like okay, that's the Dre that I know, but like the middle part of this album, I didn't care for a lot of these songs.
Yeah, that's the Dre that you know.
The posse cuts is good. I'm a fan of posse cuts. I just didn't like the beat to go with the posse cut.
Respect. All right, next we're gonna get Deep Water, Anderson Paak, Justice, and Kendrick Lamar. Um, the song was actually pretty good. Again, it's just talking about just like the rap game and gang banging and stuff like that. Not great, but pretty good. That's all I gotta say.
No, I don't like this album.
Like this.
Don't like this. No, they don't care for it.
Shit. Then we're gonna get into One Shot, One Kill. This is John Connor featuring Snoop Dogg. Yeah, I didn't care for this track.
What happened to him, John Connor?
Yeah, he was like the one of the
Cause
was
he
like the big
he
rap.
was signed to Aftermath and he never came out.
Well,
Yo, I haven't. I remember hearing the John Connor mixtape. I can't even tell you the title because it's been so long. And he was a dope lyricist, but like I was like, yo, is he really gonna come out on Aftermath? And he didn't. We still waiting for John Connor, and he hasn't dropped anything. So when you just said his name, I'm like, oh, I forgot about John Connor. Like again, I don't care for this song. I don't know, man. There's some of these beats I did not like.
yeah, had a different style on this song too.
Yeah, and Snoop sounded different on this album too.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, then we're gonna get into Just Another Day, the game featuring H. Bryant. Decent track. You know, like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with the game sometimes.
Right.
Y'all know that, but at the same time, he came correct on this. Just with this track, they were talking about how pretty much, it was just picking up where the last track left off.
Man.
How John Connor, shot somebody and stuff like that. But the game is talking about how it's a day in Compton is like, you know what I'm saying? And this is also one of the songs that was actually played in the movie too. So
Mm.
yeah, man, very cool. One of my favorite tracks off this album, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a solid track. I like the beat and the horns in it. Game saying dipped into the liquor store, nine in my khakis, Crips trying to get at me, my red Impala bumping like acne. I thought it was a dope song and Game over any Dre beat, he always kills it to me. So I think you could have put that easily on any of his albums, and it still would have been a banger.
I agree. Um, then we're gonna get into For the Love of Money. This features Anderson .Paak, Jill Scott, and John Connor. Okay. Hmm. You know, I always loved the Bone Thugs song For the Love of Money. I
Right.
always love that track.
Same.
I don't know what to think of this track, believe it or not.
I don't think he should have sampled it. I
Yeah,
I prefer
yeah,
the original Bone Thugs song with Easy. I don't think Dre should have touched it.
yeah. And I just felt like this whole album was just like a West Coast reunion. Like,
Right. Or at least if you're gonna sample that, why not get Bone Thugs on there on the chorus or
right,
something?
or
You know what I'm
crazy,
saying? Yeah.
crazy or busy or somebody.
Right. One of them.
And I
Yeah.
like Jill Scott, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like
Great singer.
she killed that intro and
Hmm.
stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And the beat was pretty dope too. But I'm just
Right.
like, something is just missing.
Yeah. It felt unfinished. It felt like an unfinished track.
It did feel unfinished. Because I remember this was like one of the few tracks I heard because, you know, at that time I didn't have Apple Music.
Right.
So I had to try to hear the tracks on YouTube and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, and this was like one of the few tracks I heard. And I was just like, I don't know.
Right. I don't think it was necessary. I
Yeah,
think Dre was just picking at straws. I'm like, was he really necessary to sample that song? You
right.
know? So yeah, I didn't. It's not one of my favorites.
Yeah. Now we're going to get to Satisfaction or Satisfaction, excuse me. Featuring Amash Ambrosius, Master Snoop Dogg. Did not care for this track.
This was okay. It was okay. I don't. Snoop just sounded off on this album.
He
You know what I'm
did.
saying? He sounded off. Ice Cube sounded off on his track. I didn't. It was. I like the beat. It had like a gangster bounce to it, but I didn't. It's not one of my favorites again.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Um, if, I'm gonna say what I gotta say later. I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
Tracks in the lab. What's up?
Who?
Tracks in the lab.
Oh, what's up? Or is he new?
No, I've seen him on here before. So I tell you, some of these people I don't be knowing that come on your live stream now.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I know Young Frankenstein and shit,
I
but
never seen him. Tracks in the lab. I think he was on a couple from last week that we did, or week before last. I never seen him before until then.
hmm, yeah. And next track we got is Animal featuring Anderson .Paak. This was produced by BMB Space Kid and DJ Premier. Um, I actually like this track. I
Yeah,
never thought I would hear Primo and Dre on an album together.
right.
'Cause I remember when I think Primo posted that on his Instagram, like I said, me and Dre cooking some shit in the lab and stuff.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
actually definitely like this track. Anderson, this is probably my favorite track Anderson was on the whole album. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And Anderson can spit too. He's like one of those singers that can really spit too. So
Yeah.
definitely a very dope track.
Yeah, Anderson did his thing on there, and Primo, gave Dre that boom bap, and that this was good. Like to hear Dre over a Primo track, and Dre saying still trying to figure out why the fuck I'm full of rage. I think I noticed this bullshit right around the fifth grade. Paraphernalia in my locker right next to the switchblade. Nothing but pussy on my mind and some plans on getting paid. But I'm a product of the system, raised on government aid, and I knew just how to react when it was time for the raid. I like this song. This song again, he was introspective about his life, and you know, this was a dope track. I'm like, damn, like it took us until track 14 to actually another track that I actually liked on here.
Mhm. Next track, Medicine Man, featuring Candice Pillay, Anderson .Paak, and Eminem. Mm, this was okay. Believe it or not, I actually felt like Eminem had the best verse on this track.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at myself like, this is the Eminem I fucking like. This is the bars Eminem.
Hmm.
Like, this is the Eminem. I don't understand the revival or kamikaze shit. I don't understand, but
Right.
yeah, man. He and this was only. I think this was the only appearance on the album too. Crazy.
Hmm.
So yeah, man. This is a pretty. I can only say I only prefer this song over for Eminem's verse, and he did his verse in one take from what I looked up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like we just need a good M album just with Drake.
Yeah, because something happened between Compton and Revival. Like what happened with him? You know, it's crazy. I didn't care for it, but I love Eminem. He sounded like the Eminem I love on this track, but I didn't care for the beat. I do agree with tracks that 50 Cent should have been on here too.
Right. Where was he at?
Yeah, I don't know. Busy doing power.
Right, because Power was just starting at that time too.
Right.
Right. And Try's favorite track, Talking to My Diary. Yeah, this track, it was another strong track. No, just him reminiscing about. It's like another one of his reminiscing about the past kind of songs and stuff like
Right.
that. Dre. It kind of reminds me of the Message a little bit.
Mm.
So yeah, this was a very hot track. I liked it. I like it was well used in Trent Compton too.
I love it. From the moment I saw it straight out of Compton and like they played it in the closing credits, I'm like, this fits the movie. It fits the whole tone of the album, and again, like Dre's being introspective. I think he's at his best when he's doing that and not just like bragging about you know being a billionaire and shit like that. And when he says some old friends became enemies in the quest of victory, but I made a vow never let this shit get to me. I let it pass, so I consider that part of my history. And I'm strong financially, physically, mentally. I'm on a whole nother level. And don't forget that I came from the ghetto. That like when he's kicking rhymes like that, I think he's at his best. And just the instrumentation of the song, like is the horns and like the the horn solo at the end of the song, like closing out, and the beat, and I just thought it's to me is the best track on here, and he saved it for last. And it's like I feel like it's like a letter to like you know like the whole world, like he came from this is where he came from and started with this legendary rap group, and then the trials and tribulations within that group, and going to death row and making classics over there, and then leaving and starting Aftermath, and he's been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was like a whole culmination of that in this song. And I like even the chorus. When I open up my book, I think about the world later. No ink in the pen, no lines on the paper. I'm just talking to my diary. I love that. I think like it's a masterpiece of a song, just on a not so good album. You know what I mean? But I love it.
Yeah, I felt like that was a very dope track too.
Yeah.
Like I said, I always like when Drake gets in that personal when he gets personal with his lyrics. And
Yeah, like even with like Chronic 2001, like he was introspective on that album as well. I think that's like for him, like he's never been known as like a lyricist. He's known for his the being a great producer, but I think he shines when he's introspective about his life. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't like as far as like rappers like Jermaine Dupri wasn't like that when he was rhyming, and Swiss Beats is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Nala was puffy. You know what I'm saying? But Dre, I think he's at his best when he's kicking those introspective bars about his childhood and stuff like that.
yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. And that concludes the Compton review. Overall, mm,
Be honest. Give
it's
your honest
it's
rating.
okay. It sounds okay. It's not anything special. If you're expecting the Chronic,
No.
expecting 2001, you're not really gonna get it. I felt like, and this is my honest opinion. Some of these tracks was used for detox.
You think so?
Yes,
So hold up. So he was working on Detox for how many years? For like 15 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just comes out of nowhere with this album. So he did like he actually took songs from Detox for this album, or
I
he just huh?
personally, I feel like he personally took songs from Detox. He reworked them a little bit, and boom, that's when he did his album and stuff like that.
Because when I'm hearing this album, the stuff I heard on Detox, it don't sound like nothing on this album. This sound like he just stopped work on Detox and he just started a whole new project, and this was the end result. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if this shit was on Detox, that would have been a bad album too. Because I don't, it's very few songs I like on here. Like I love the last track. I thought that was like the best track on here. I love this the Animals song that Primo did. The song with Game, but that could have been for Game's album. You know, Genocide was dope. The stuff with Anderson Paak was cool, but the other songs, a lot of songs on here I didn't care for. I'm like, if this shit was gonna be on Detox, Detox would have been a disappointing album. Because it like when I first heard this album, it didn't sound like it sounded new. It sounded like he just went ahead and did a whole new project while Detox was just laying there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this don't sound like Detox to me. I'm like, if any of these songs are from Detox, I want to know.
Mm.
You know, but it's not a great album to me. I would give it a 2.5, and you know, it's not Chronic or Chronic 2001. And I think when this came out, like I seen a lot of people buy this shit and post it on Instagram like it was some classic album. I'm like, y'all are nuts. Y'all are just buying that shit because y'all are collectors and because it's Dre. But I'm a collector too. I'm not buying this shit. I already got Aftermath and I didn't like that album. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't need another bad Dre album in my collection. I'm good on that. You know, I love the movie. I think it's one of the best biopics ever for any genre or anything like that. But I didn't like the album.
Mm. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5.
Sam gave it a 2. Uh, Ronnie gave it a 2.
Oh wow.
Tracks in the Lab gave it 4.5. Wow. This was a mixtape, not an album. Shit. Sam says it's overrated as fuck. Which
Mm.
one? Which the album is overrated or the song?
I think he's talking about California Love.
I was disappointed. I was highly disappointed at this album. 'Cause I thought it was gonna be just as great as the Chronic or in Chronic 2001, and it didn't sound like that to me. It just sounded like all new fresh material. I'm like, what the hell is Dre doing? Where's the Detox album? We still waiting for that.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man. Niggas just gave up on Detox at one point.
Bishop Lamont, he's another one. What happened to him? Avant Separated or Read Your Mind.
I'm not a fan of him.
I love oh shit, I love both of those songs. That's like some of his best shit when he early on in his career. Probably Read Your Mind. I like and there's a remix with Snoop Dogg. I don't know if it's an official remix, but I remember hearing Snoop Dogg like he had a verse on that joint. Dipset worked on Detox. I didn't even know about that. Never heard that song. That goes to show you how many songs are out there that this dude been working on for mad years and we haven't heard it.
Right.
I didn't even know that. And that's Dipset before they had the split.
Yep.
That's crazy. Yo, y'all love the album. That's dope. I'm glad you like it because I didn't like it.
I do enjoy this. It's my least favorite Dre, but it has some self joints I like.
Too Short worked on Detox. I never heard those songs either. Everybody worked on this damn album. It's probably dead people that worked on the songs and they're no longer here to talk about it. How do you want it over California Love? Oh, do you prefer How Do You Want It over California Love?
I'm gonna go with California Love.
I think he's just. I don't know if he's asking us or if he's saying he prefer that over California Love.
Mm.
Guy, Groove Me or Do Me Right? Groove Me for me. I love that one.
Yeah, Groove.
Do Me Right. That was dope too with Heavy D.
Mm-hmm.
That one was dope too.
Groove Me.
Reggie, favorite song from the All in All album?
Ooh, shit. Um, I'm maybe have to go with Be Ever Wonderful. Maybe.
I never heard the separated remix with Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child. Never heard that one.
Me either.
Yeah, DMX new album is I think is June is coming out. They said,
Yeah.
and he has a HBO documentary coming out. That's already been done. Did you hear about Dre's Space and Planther concept album? Nope. What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Space and Planets album? All instrumentals? I didn't hear about that. And when the hell is that coming out? We still waiting for Detox. So when is this instrumental album coming out? Yeah, Conway's new album. I'm about to check that out. Uh, he got Ludacris and JID on the first singles. Scatterbrain.
Oh wow.
I didn't care for JID, but Ludacris. I ain't hear Ludacris or nothing in years. So he actually sounds good. You got Alchemist did a joint on there. We got a JR Swifts, I think, did some joints. It already came out, the Dre album. I didn't hear about it.
What Dre album?
The instrumental album.
Oh, I never
I
heard
didn't
that.
hear about it. He not even promoting it then because I didn't hear shit from the instrumental album. Nah, can't say that I have. Is it good? He said it came out already. I didn't hear nothing about it. Hector said the new Fiend album is fire. Did you like Kid Frost? Oh, they having their own conversation. The DLC, no one does it better or above the law, living like hustlers. But I've only heard the DLC album. I haven't heard of the Above the Law album. Janet Jackson, Come Back to Me or Someday is Tonight. Come Back to Me. I don't remember Someday is Tonight. What album is that from?
Rhythm Nation.
Rhythm Nation. I got the album too. I don't even remember that song.
Shit, I'm gonna go with Someday Is Tonight.
Zion said my dog still hasn't coughed up the Dr. Dre CD booklet. It's in the garbage. Wow. For which album? For Compton? Rick Ross worked on Detox. I haven't heard that song either. A lot of people worked on it and I haven't heard it yet.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy, yo. Wait, what is this instrumental album? Cause I didn't hear nothing about it, and he's not even promoting it if it's out. I don't know nothing about no instrumental album. Oh, it didn't come out. Oh, Sean said it didn't come out. I didn't know nothing about it. This is the first time I'm hearing about him in the instrumental album.
That's interesting though.
I didn't hear nothing about it. Maybe if you Google it, something will come up. I didn't hear nobody talk. The only instrumental albums I heard so far was Madlib's album. I thought that was dope. And Muggs' album, I didn't care for Muggs' instrumental album. I don't think Muggs should be doing instrumental albums, but the Madlib album is dope. But that's the only two instrumental albums I heard so far this year.
Interesting.
Dre with an instrumental album, and why is he not promoting it?
Too busy working on Detox.
Track said, Track said it was about planets in space. That don't even sound like some shit Dre would do.
So it's a spacey album.
What the man? Don't do nothing. I just have a feeling that's gonna be bad. Like if you can't give us detox, then he should just retire. Like don't give us nothing else that's out of the ordinary. I want to hear the OG detox tracks. Not if he's working on new shit. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear the old tracks. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the ones that got leaked.
Shit,
Each track is a planet. I haven't heard nothing about this album. So
yeah.
if he's not promoting it, then what does that tell you? I ain't hear nobody talk about it. Nothing. So is this like a secret album or something?
I won't be surprised.
I don't know nothing about this album. Dr. Dre is the greatest music engineer, overrated beatmaker. Wow. Of course you would say that, Zion. Eminem hasn't been the same for a long, long time. You know, I don't know. I think he might have to retire too.
Whoever them.
Yeah. What's the point of coming out with trashy albums? I mean, one posse cut that. Actually, I'm going to talk about that this weekend because we doing like a Zoom discussion and the video will be on Instagram and I'll upload it to my channel where you talking about like posse cuts. Don't Curse has always been an underrated posse cut. And you got, when you have Kane and Cool G Rap and Q-Tip and Pete Rock and CeeLo Smooth, Grand Puba. That's a great posse cut that nobody mentions. Sean said the concept of the instrumental album is making songs that were inspired by planets and stars. That don't even sound like something Dre would do. It's not released, and I didn't hear shit about it. And who knows when if it's gonna come out? Would you put Dre over Premier and Eric Sermon? I don't know. He's definitely in the top 5 for me. You know what I'm saying? But so was Primo and Pete Rock. Eric is in my top 10. But I don't know. I don't know if I would say that he's better than them.
Yeah.
It's all hard. 'Cause I listen to all of them that equally. So
Yeah, man, because niggas be sleeping on a lot of Eric's shit, man.
yeah. Listening to Slim Shady. My name is sample.
You said,
Mac 10 only in California or Rascast Ghetto Fabulous. Uh, I don't remember the only in California joint. Was that from the second album?
only in California. I wanted to say second or third album.
Okay. I remember the Rascast. That's the joint that Drake did for Rascast and well, we ain't going to what?
Last Cast Ghetto Fabulous. I heard that a while back ago.
Candlelight was good. I think I want to say Ghetto Fabulous was on Assassination. If I'm not mistaken. He has a video for that. Yeah, dude was on the run. He was on the run over here in New York when from all that shit was going on. Yeah, Def Scarmy's Flip Mode, that was dope. You know.
Is
Favorite
it?
song that beats by the Pound produced Reg.
Mmm. Possibly Master P Ice Cream Man, possibly, but that might change.
Favorite song that Q-Tip produced. I don't know. Like I don't got a favorite. There's so many that he's done. Apache Gangsta Bitch. Sometimes remix for Brand New Heavies. There's so many shit he's done. Who's your favorite No Limit artist? You gotta ask Reg, 'cause I wasn't big on No Limit. I love the Snoop Dogg shit. That's about it.
Man, my favorite No Limit artist, possibly Mystical. Um, Mystical. Then shit, what was that motherfucker's name? He had so many. There's one motherfucker. He had that once. King George. Yeah, King George too. But yeah, I can't really think of a lot of motherfuckers on top of the head.
Zion said his dad used to be best friends with Rascas. What happened? They still friends? Tracks in the lab said I have a DVD that's called First round draft picks, Shells, Graph, J Hood, Saigon. Half of them niggas ain't even doing music no more. J Hood, I haven't heard J Hood in decades. Shells, Graph is still doing albums. Saigon, I think Saigon dropped the album like months ago, a couple months ago. J.R. Ryder, I haven't heard nothing. J.R. Ryder doing new music. I just don't care to hear it though.
Yeah,
Jay Mills, I haven't heard it from him in years.
interesting.
I love C Murder. He's very. I have one C Murder album, but it's after he left No Limit. It's not during the time he was there. Mystical and C Murder and Master P are my favorite No Limit artists. Sam said.
Yes,
Mac was fire. No Limit, Shell Shock. Favorite Michael Jackson posthumous song? I don't have any.
same.
To be honest, I don't even know but my dad was friends with him back in the 90s. Your dad is who's your dad? Your dad knows all these people. He's cool with Flavor Flav. How were you an artist and your dad knows these artists? Like he can't give you a connect. You know, Rascast and Flavor Flav. They know a lot of people in the business.
Well, some of them want to do it themselves too.
Oh, that's true. Well, I'm shit, but I'm like, yo, if your dad have connections, why not use those connections? Cash Money was overrated. I wasn't big into Cash Money on No Limit. Eric B and Rakim Juice, Know the Ledge, or Naughty by Nature, Uptown Anthem. That's a good one.
Mm,
I'm gonna go with the Juice one because I love the that just like describes the whole movie. That one song.
I agree.
Better rap crew, Tribe or Public Enemy. Man, I'm picking Tribe, but I love Public Enemy too.
Yeah, I'm about to go with Public Enemy on this one.
Yeah. I heard a rumor that Michael Jackson was supposed to drop a greatest hits album back in 1990 called Decade. Features greatest hits and brand new songs. That was history. That's the history album. Is one disc is the greatest hits, the second disc is new songs. You never heard the history album, Q?
Who never heard what album?
He's talking about. I told him like that's the history album he's talking about. He said like there was a rumor that Michael was supposed to drop a greatest hits album in 1990.
I heard about that album a while back, but I don't know how true that
In
is.
1990,
Yeah.
but he dropped it. It's history. It came out in 95.
Mm,
That's the greatest hits album. Yeah, it's a double album, and he had the new song. We talked about this album year before last.
yes, he did.
Yeah, had some bangs. It's not a classic album though. How was Michael Jackson dropping the greatest hits album in 1990 when his solo career basically started in the 80s basically.
Ah,
That would have been a short greatest hits album. Like I mean, unless he's throwing in the Jackson 5 stuff. If he's just doing the solo shit, all he had was Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad, and that's it. This is before Dangerous dropped, right? So he was still dropping hits then. So why would he come out with a greatest hits album in 1990? Madonna, yeah, but Madonna had a lot of shit already. You know what I'm saying? And even with that, like, yo, you know how many greatest hits albums Madonna have like more than one. She had like 3, 4 greatest hits albums. The Immaculate Collection was like most of her hits, like from the first Madonna album up until I want to say Like a Prayer. Was it Like a Prayer? I don't even remember if Like a Prayer. I have that album too. I don't even remember if Like a Prayer was on there. I want to say like up until Like a Prayer, but she still had hits after that, and that's why she released more greatest hits albums. That's just one that she got. Michael got various compilations. He got the greatest hits. He got the number ones. I remember seeing that in stores. He got the history album with the greatest hits CD in it and all that. What do you mean, Zion? You an artist. If you have connections in the business, why wouldn't you use those connections?
That's what it mean. All it's about networking and shit.
What do you think social media is for? That's for networking. I'm not on social media just to be on here.
No, social media for no thirst traps either.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what for a bunch of Instagram models? Like, come on. You use social media to network. That's why they stopped having street teams for these artists, so that you have to build your own brand as an artist. That's why you network on social media. That's why I told you you need to post more on your page. So the more you post, the more you get your music out there and people recognize it, and you build your buzz. Why else are you on social media then? If you have connections, if your dad has connections, you got to use those connections.
Right, because them connections can get you in some bigger places too.
Exactly. Like if I had connections to anybody that was in on Sirius Radio or Apple Radio, you don't think I would be using those connections for me and Reg to get on radio? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'm not gonna be on this shit for like 5 to 10 years just discussing shit. I'm trying to actually go somewhere with this fucking podcast. That's why you network.
Interesting, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you in it? What are you in it for? That's what I ask people all the time. What are you really in shit for?
Niggas is in it for notoriety.
You know what I mean? What are you in it for? You in it like you go indie? That's cool. But if you have connections to the business, why wouldn't you use those connections? You know, it's only right. If your goal is to make people want to sign you, you have to actually have a buzz and make and have your shit out there so people can listen to.
Remember,
Better vocalist, Madonna or Janet Jackson? I gotta go with Madonna. I think she's a better singer.
Janet.
Q said he did a class on Madonna at his work program on Zoom. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Doc album Deuce is fire. Who we talking about here?
You talking about the DLC album,
Oh,
dude?
oh, the DLC album. Oh, okay. I said you said Doc. So I'm thinking like Redman or some shit. Speaking about Cash Money, people clown Talib for having trash lyrics, yet niggas think Lil Wayne is dope.
Wow.
Weezy dope to me. I mean, I don't know. That there was rumors about him, Gilly the Kid writing for him and shit years ago. I still think he has better albums than Talib though.
I agree.
You know, you can be a dope ass lyricist, but if your albums is trash, then who gonna listen to it? That's what Madonna. Yeah, Madonna had like more than one greatest hits album. Busta Rhymes. Yeah, I heard about that. The Coming, they have like a special anniversary for the Coming. It has I saw the track list and it only has like remixes though, like remixes like Lost J Dilla remixes or some shit. I'm not getting that. Better vocalist Gladys Knight or Diana Ross?
Last night.
Yeah, Gladys is great. A great singer. I know more Diana Ross songs than Gladys though. His lyrics make no sense. Well, I never called him a legend. I think people got caught up in that when he was dropping the Carter albums. You know what I'm saying? I never called him a legend. I think he's a dope artist. You know, and he's like him and Juvie's like the only ones I listen to from Cash Money, but you know, he's not in my top 10 all time though.
Same. I mean, it's like 5 more people in the chat right quick. Y'all remember the song "Blame It On" by Jamie Foxx?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got tired of it.
same. Everyone made their own remixes to that song.
Oh God, that was terrible. What do I think about Birdman kissing Little Wayne? Hey, that's his business. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Man. Well, I mean, J. Cole showed that he didn't need Jay-Z. Like he did things on his own and he's successful.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I get what you saying. Like if that's your plan to do that without any help from any superstars, then that's good. It don't always work out like that. Everybody's not gonna be J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? And if J. Cole didn't, I mean J. Cole, I think he made use of his acquaintance with Jay-Z. He just didn't have him on every album that he was coming out with. Whereas if he was Memphis Bleak, he was on like every damn album Memphis Bleak dropped. You know what I'm saying? But if you have connections, you still should use it.
I agree. No matter how
Yeah,
Chris they came from it, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
exactly. Yeah, J. Cole's on Blueprint 3. I don't like Blueprint 3.
Same.
Weezy birthed all these trash new rappers? No, I don't think it was Weezy at all that did that. You know, they just happened to come. I don't know who you could blame for that. I don't think it was Weezy.
Yeah, that's possible for sure. You definitely right.
Cribs in the tub.
We are the streets LOX or Ghostface Supreme Clientele.
Supreme
Clientele.
by far. What is the most sexiest outfit Mariah Carey wore?
What?
I don't know. I don't know. You let me know, Q. I don't know. That's a good question.
Y'all funny.
Where will Will Smith rank on the mic? Well, Will Smith has never been a great lyricist. I think his charisma and his personality got him far. But I never felt like he was like great on the mic. But he is an underrated storyteller though. There's a lot of great storytelling songs that he have. You know that people don't talk about because they when you think storytelling, you think of like Slick Rick or Ghostface or Nas for Primal March. But Will got some dope ass storytelling tracks. You don't think he has any Sam? Nightmare on my street. You don't think that was a dope storytelling track? Or you saw my blinker?
You saying Will Smith don't have no storytelling? Is that what he's
That's what Sam is saying. I'm assuming he's saying that.
Oh wow.
Or you talking about the Tupac shit? Maybe you talking about the Tupac question. Favorite Tupac? You already answered that. I said none. Yeah, I think I could beat Mike Tyson. That was a great one. But see, back then I didn't hear nobody like talk or mention Will Smith when it came to storytelling songs. You know what I'm saying? So now years later, when we actually talk about it, it's like nobody really feels like that because he wasn't in conversation when it came to that. You like the No Limit films? I didn't care for none of them. Summertime was great. You like when Tupac was alive? I think we all did.
Man, it's like two more people. Y'all tripping. No Limit had some good movies, man. It had some good. It had some bad movies too. So
Yeah, I'm gonna do a live stream with Zion tomorrow,
what time?
like 7, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Just so he could finally come on here and show his face and give some of his hot takes to people.
Okay. Hopefully, if I'm not doing anything,
Yeah, yeah. Of course, you always welcome, and
yeah.
whoever else is in the chat will be there. Are we recording tonight or what? We not recording anything?
Did you still want to record your thing about
The
the
record review?
record review
Yeah, let's do that. I thought we was well. Okay, so when are we supposed to record conflicted?
next week?
Next week.
Yeah,
And okay, it was something else we were supposed to record too.
yeah. The top 5 worst hood movies. That's gonna
Oh
be
yeah. Okay, okay.
that's with conflicted.
Spit some bars. Zion, yeah, Zion gonna rap tomorrow. We put him on the spot so he could do a freestyle or something.
Got you. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna call her off tonight. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't even eat dinner yet, so I'm about to eat, make me
All
something
right.
to eat.
Cool.
I'll let you know when I'm ready. But
All right.
this has been a pretty dope review.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre's Compton. Yeah, an all over the place album. If you ask me, like I said before, don't expect no Chronic. Don't expect no 2001. This was pretty much just Dre in 2015 and shit like that. That's the best way to put it.
Right.
Um, Stay tuned like Sunday for the best albums I like to have sex to video. So stay tuned on that.
I can't believe that's gonna be the title of the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like I said, I do apologize for the delay on the Beanie Secret Jadakiss episode. So
Right.
I'll get that to you whenever I can. But other than that, this has been a very dope night.
Yes.
And make sure y'all click that subscribe button. Make sure y'all click that like button. And I will
Peace.
see y'all later.
Peace
Peace.
out.